Hey everyone, how's it going? I wanted to take this time to go over some new releases that were coming within the next few months. And after this, I'm going to record my top 10 of the year so far. So let's get into it. I want to talk about some upcoming releases because since that video I made talking about upcoming releases, there have been a ton of anticipated releases coming out. So let's go straight into it. Um, Obviously, one of the closest ones we have Dark Before Dawn coming out this Tuesday, and it's already leaked, as most of you Breaking Benjamin fans probably already know. Um, and I have listened to it. It's great, but that'll be for another video. Um, Coming up for the rest of June, we have we have Thy Art Murder with Holy War coming out on the 30th, and Found in Faraway Places by August Burns Red on the 30th as well. Moving into July, we have Dukes Nobis from Masamord, great black metal musician, punching out albums, and they're all great. We also have Between the Buried and Me's Coma Ecliptic on the 7th, and that has already leaked as well, but I will not be discussing it until right around that date, for respect to the band, the label, and just as a decency, from one musician to another, because albums, while we do appreciate them leaking, so we can hear them early, they should never come out or be leaked a month before their release. So, Coma Ecliptic by Between the Buried and Me will not be mentioned after this until right around or after July 7th. Next, we have Powerwolf with Blessed and Possessed on the 10th. That'll be interesting. We have Hammer of the Witches by Cradle of Filth, one of my favorite bands of all time, also on the 10th. Or whatever that Tuesday is, if you're in North America. We also have Chambers of Death by Plague Wielder. That ought to be interesting. We have a live album from Death Angel, so we'll see how that goes. I don't pay attention to a whole lot of live albums, but some of them aren't too bad. We have 7 Sturm und Drang by Lamb of God. That was announced after the video I had made. That's coming out on the 24th of July. We also have Of Ghosts and Gods by Cataclysm. That'll be great. Cataclysm hasn't disappointed me yet. Moving into August, we have Fear Factory with Genexus. I have high expectations for this album, considering I love The Industrialist to death. So we'll see how Genexus goes. I'm really excited for it. That is on the 7th of August. Also on the 7th of August, The Anthropocene Extinction by Cattle Decapitation. They completely surprised us with this one, releasing their new track. I forget the name, but it was a hell of a track. It was fucking great. So, really excited to see a new Cattle Decapitation album. Soulfly, who gives a shit? I really don't care. I don't like Soulfly. We have Meliora by Ghost, or Ghost BC here in North America, on the 21st. The single that's come off that album, I believe it's pronounced Searchy. I'm not entirely sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. It's a great track. I'm in love with it. So yeah, Meliora by Ghost on the 21st. Let's see, we have Eternal by Stratovarius on the 14th. If you're into some power metal, we have, let's see, High Country by The Sword. They're alright. Got Your Six by Five Finger Death Punch. I haven't been a fan of Five Finger Death Punch since American Capitalist. I loved War is the Answer. I love The Way of the Fist. After American Capitalist, though, I'm just like, no, it all sounds the same. So I don't have great expectations for Geyer 6. We have Curious Volume by Pentagram. They're still around. We have The Ride Majestic by Soilwork on the 28th. And they actually just released a live album this year, Live in the Heart of Helsinki, which was a great live album. We have What Should Not Be Unearthed by Nile on the 28th as well, same day as Soilwork, and also the same day as Soilwork, Bad Magic by Motorhead, which I know a lot of people are stoked for. Moving on into September, on both of these on the 4th, we have Amorphous with Under the Red Cloud. I'm extremely excited for that one. Amorphous, I think, is a great band. And I just love Tommy Yautzen as a vocalist. And also on the same day as Amorphous, we have Leaves' Eyes with King of Kings. I think Symphonies of the Night was a little bit disappointing, but I have high hopes for King of Kings. And also, before I forget, just announced for all you die-hard metal fans, The Book of Souls by Iron Maiden, a double album from them coming out on the 4th of September as well. That'll be one hell of an album for the year. Another one that'll be a really big one this year, Repentless by Slayer on the 11th. I'm not a Slayer fan personally at all, but I know a lot of people are, so that's going to be highly anticipated. We have Abysmal with from the Black Dahlia Murder on the 18th. Pillars of Detest by Moonreich on the 19th. Static by Huntress on the 25th. And let's see, we have Suicide Society by Annihilator on the 18th. And moving into October, this is as far out as it goes. The first thing in October that catches my eye, on the 2nd, we have I Worship Chaos by Children of Bodom. Now, Halo of Blood was a great comeback from Relentless Reckless Forever. With the title I Worship Chaos, I feel like Alexi's running out of ideas, but I'm not going to make any judgment just yet because obviously nothing's been released from the album, and we'll see what happens as we get closer to October 2nd. And that is it. That is all that's on this list. Well, that's not all that's on this list, but all that catches my eye. If any of you are interested in the list I'm looking at the upcoming releases from MetalStorm.net.